In 5 hours, I'm boarding a flight to Chicago to go see if my $3.5 million box, my sealed case of first edition Pokemon cards, is real.
Well, if rumours are to be believed, then he's now gone and done that visit to BBCE, had the case cracked open, and it's not what it says on the tin. And if this is the case and this is all true, then this could mean some big consequences and repercussions through the Pokemon card community, and in particular PSA graded Pokemon booster packs. And I'm going to explain more about that and the whole situation in today's video. Let's rip into it. Hey guys, my name's Mattculli and welcome to the channel. So as I just said there guys, it looks as though this Logan Paul fake case situation has all come to its conclusion. Rumours have started circulating online that the company BBCE, they're the company that originally authenticated this box, have now received it from Logan Paul. He's gone to visit them. They've cracked it open and realised that what's in it isn't what it says on the tin, guys. Now, if this is true, and we're not going to find out officially for a couple of days yet when Logan Paul does a video to announce it all, well, the consequences could be massive for this, in particular for BBCE and for PSA, guys, because BBCE are very closely linked to PSA.
You were asking me about the reason PSA packs are backed up. They got to ship them and ship them to me, ship them back.
Really?
That's all I do is Pokemon packs.
That's so interesting.
By the hundreds, by the thousands.
By the way, he missed it. PSA sends him all the packs. He does the pack rating.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
And I want to talk all about those potential consequences and repercussions in just a moment. But beforehand, I want to give you guys who don't know a quick rundown on the whole situation and what actually happened and what this whole fake case situation is all about and who was involved. So let's do that first. So this whole situation kicks off in early 2021. An eBay seller by the name of #1 Pokemon Master listed said case up for auction on his eBay page. That auction was then won by a page called D&B Liquidations, who are known as PSA Pikachu over on Instagram. They'd started to communicate directly, wanted to try and do a deal in person, but the seller didn't want to meet in person, so PSA Pikachu decided to pull out of that deal. Not long after that, Michael Goldstein, or aka Pokiju, was informed of the opportunity of this case, and he was given the contact details to get in touch with the seller directly, which he did. He had some phone calls with him, FaceTime calls, all sorts of...
So you talked to him on the phone and everything?
Phone, FaceTime, multiple
okay.
hours FaceTime call.
Apparently saw the seller's family and everything and where they lived and stuff all in these calls, and got to know the seller quite well. And after everything and all the information and photos and stuff he'd seen, he thought that the product was genuine. He then went on to inform a couple of friends of his, Card Kahuna and Mealy Pops, about the opportunity to buy this box, and those two jumped at the opportunity to get this product. Now, we don't know how much they paid for it, but from what was being told and circulated around, it was within the six-figure mark. Either way, they got a really good price on something that should have cost a lot more money. Mealy Pops and Card Kahuna then went on to do a video for their YouTube channel, The Card Shop Show, where they documented their journey of purchasing this product, weighing it, talking on the phone to the seller himself.
Praise for your family.
Yes, thank you. My nephew and my sister and everyone will be sending you guys gift baskets and stuff.
Oh, thank you so much.
Talking on the phone to the Pokiju, and of course, most importantly, taking that case to BBCE to have it authenticated and wrapped.
Oh my goodness.
We need some music.
There was a
Look at that. Okay.
Here it is. In the flesh.
Just days after having the case authenticated, they then went on to sell it to Shine for $2.7 million. Not long after that either, Shine went on to sell it to Logan Paul for $3.5 million. Logan Paul obviously went on to do this very post right here on Instagram, showing off his new purchase. Shortly after this, Rattle Pokemon dropped his video on why he believed the case that Logan Paul had just bought was fake. Now, that video went on to cause quite a stir in the Pokemon community, and actually a lot of hate started to get directed at particular people involved, including the Pokemon. So he went on to do an Instagram live where he went on to defend himself. He had guests on like Pallet Town Pokemon TCG, Gary the King Pokemon, and even Logan Paul dropped in to chat with them about it, and actually openly admitted that the case being wrapped by BBCE was enough for him to think it was real and drop $3.5 million on that product without asking for anyone's advice.
Well, to be honest with you, the authentication from BBCE checked out.
That should have been enough.
Checked out.
That should have been enough.
Following all this, Logan Paul announced that himself, Shine, and the PokeJew were going to be taking the case to BBCE to have it ripped open and authenticated once again, which leads us to now where the rumors have swirled and apparently that case has now been opened and it isn't what it said, guys, which means that we're going to have some pretty big consequences and stuff. And yeah, we're going to talk about what happens next right now. First up, refunds. And to be honest, this is a difficult one. We don't know. We're not privy to the contracts, or if there were any contracts or anything like that. We don't know how the money exchange happened. Was it cash? Was it crypto? We don't know anything that's gone on really, other than people saying how much money. So we don't know whether people are going to get refunds or not. The only thing I would probably guess is that Mealy Pops and Card Kahuna, who dealt with the eBay seller, might be the ones that are most risk here out of everyone when it comes to getting their money back. But to be honest, we won't know until they come out and tell us, I guess. So how is Logan Paul going to handle this entire situation? Well, let's put it this way. If the case turned out to be real in the first, let's say there was never any drama around it, he'd put his Instagram post out about it and it was just real, everyone would have gone, oh, good for him, whatever, yeah, oh, Logan Paul's spending loads of money, and a day later everyone would have forgotten about it, and that'd be it. No more publicity to it until he eventually sells it again one day down the line or does a box break. The fact is, by it being fake and by having so much publicity around it, it's given him more publicity, and there's no such thing as bad publicity, right? Especially in the build up to launching your very own drinks brand, Prime Hydration. Obviously he launched a drinks brand like a day ago, so he's had a couple of weeks of publicity and news outlets and stuff talking about his fake box, and bam, he's back in there again and he's trying to make money back with the drinks thing and everything. So you know, he's still going to be making a ton of money over this situation. Not to forget as well that case that has now been cracked, it could still have Base Unlimited, it could have Shadowless, could have Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes, First Edition Fossil, Jungle. We don't actually know what's in it, and if it's any of those things, it's still going to be worth a ton of money, so he's still going to make money back from that. And on top of that, the guy loves NFTs, right? Well, what's to say that the Instagram post of him holding this case, which has now had so much history behind it around the whole fake story and everything, he could turn that Instagram post into an NFT, I believe, which he could then make a ton of money off that NFT. So to be honest, the guy is going to come out of this smelling like roses, and he would have done whether it was real or fake. It really wouldn't matter. On top of that, I don't really think 3.5 million in the whole scheme of things is a massive amount of money compared to some of the other things. He clearly has plenty of money to be able to drop on Pokemon cards or something to like sit on like that. So I don't think he's going to be that beat up if he was to lose money, but really I think he's going to come out of this with more than what he started with, to be honest. Now the big repercussions are actually going to come when it comes to PSA and BBCE. Now I just want to clarify who BBC are. So they are an authenticating company. They authenticate sealed products and they mainly focus on the sports card market, but they have also worked with PSA for years, and in particular the owner of BBC has worked with PSA, and that's Steve Hart. If you look at their website, they say that they're the only authenticator that PSA have ever used. So if you send a booster pack of Pokemon to PSA to get graded, they send said booster pack to Steve to authenticate it. By that I mean he checks the seal and makes sure that it is a sealed product and it's not being tampered with. He then sends it back to PSA saying, great, you can grade that card, and PSA then grade it. So PSA don't actually authenticate your packs. They use Steve to do this, and they use BBCE to do that. They just grade it. And the problem with this, most of the Pokemon card community, myself included in this, had no idea that one, that was a process, and two, had no idea who BBCE are. And now our first impression of that company is that they've made a massive mistake, and not only that, they've openly admitted in like emails that have been shared around that they've authenticated fake booster packs. So it's going to leave people who have never heard of this company and all of this stuff worried and concerned. Like, you're going to be looking at booster packs for sale on eBay now, especially older vintage ones, going, is that real, or is that one of the fake ones that he accidentally authenticated like years back or something like that? Is that one of those ones? Oh, I don't know. And it's unfortunately, it's going to leave people umming and ahhing over buying products, which in turn is going to cause the market of graded booster packs to dip. Now, is this going to be an issue that affects the market for the long term? Only time will tell. I'm inclined to lean towards the fact that people have short memories, and there's going to be some other drama that comes around, and give it 6 months and people might have actually even forgotten about this. So maybe the dip will only be temporary. But I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this entire situation? What do you think about the market taking a hit for this, and what do you think about everything about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Really looking forward to what you guys have got to say. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. Do drop a big thumbs up here on the channel if you enjoyed the video, and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 10k before the end of January. Fingers crossed we can do it. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.